Tubers Mescal here. I figured I may as well paint this box. It goes on the top here, and I'll do it properly. I'll strip it back. Here we are, stripping this thing with brake fluid. I put it on a wet wipe, which held it there and stopped it sort of swimming away, because every morning I would come out and the stuff would be on the ground and it had sort of seeped off it. But if I put it on that wet wipe there, it can sit there nicely and soften up the paint. It's coming off really nice. Look at that. I also went to the shops and hunted around for what looked like a very, very close match. Just grab that paint can and show you. Does that look like a match? Normally at this point in the video I would edit and put up a flashing sign saying headphone user warning, but in this case I've just done it. So turn your volume down. And so I'll just put those back on there and let them soak into the paint, and keep going on the bits that haven't softened up yet. We're back again with fixing the old casting machine. So now that the roller valve in question has been replaced and is working, we have to sort out the mounting. So you can see these threads were offset, and it looks like they were just jammed in there by someone with a drill, because you can see the not even on straight angle. Now I've got a very close match. That will nearly go in that hole, so I should be able to cut that thread. I was just in Bunnings and I asked the bloke if he could open the packet so I could check if the thread was right, and he looked at me like, "Are you serious?" And then he said, "I can't really open that." I said, "Mate, I can buy it, walk outside, test it, walk back in and refund it if it's wrong, or we can just save everyone the trouble." And his shoulders slumped and he sort of sighed and he pulled it out, and thankfully it fit. So yeah, let's tap this. Been a while since I've tapped a thread. I'm also going to have to probably extend. I'm not 100% sure how this is going to go. I might have to extend the tang that holds this. I'll definitely have to drill a new hole in it. Let's go over there and have a look at that. It's out in the sun baking the paint on. The amount of layers of paint I've put on this thing to try and get a good finish, it's driving me mad. I've just basically gone, stuff it, that's enough. I've gone through a can and a bit more. And every time I'd put a good coat on, a moth would land in it or something bloody annoying like that. Okay, so there's the tang that holds the piece, and it's going to have to sit a bit further this way. The roller bearing is smaller than the other one, so that'll accommodate for the fact that it's not going to butt up against this hole, and it's a little bit longer. If we match those holes up to where that the original one would have sit, this end here is be right there. It's basically that black piece in length that's going to be longer, but if you look at the roller is a smaller bearing, so it lands in just about the right place, so should all be good. And since that'll only go through that far, I'll tap it from this end, and hopefully I won't have to tap right through. Now, what have I got that I can use as a cutting fluid? Just going to use a bit of this chainsaw oil. Valvoline. Maybe the bot will pick up on that and decide that I need advertising instead of pinging me. Valvoline, you know what I mean. Used to say a famous Australian talkback radio host whose name shall remain nameless. There's another funny situation going on in Bunnings when I turned up there today. There was a guy with a Ryobi drill just outside of warranty. I'm talking 2 years, 1 month. In fact, he was just inside the 1 month. And luckily, they even had a rep there to defend the whole story. As you know, you're outside your warranty. But he was standing there saying, you know, it's not unreasonable to expect this thing to last more than just after its warranty is expired. And actually, if you have a look in the Australian law, that it trickles down to being those words there, not an unreasonable expectation. So if you're fighting for a warranty claim or something and you're just outside of the window, use those words, and then you'll probably get a free one. You won't get another warranty on top of that one, but you'll probably get a new one. Alright, just started to take up. Yeah, good. Taken up now. Put that in straight, not wonky. Come on. I don't know if he got a new drill, but the rep was standing there talking about, you know, have you been leaning on it or pushing really hard or looking for any excuse to not hand over a new one, and telling the Bunnings people that they won't get another one because, you know, it won't get credited to them because it's already outside of the warranty period. And we're still not going in straight. Looks better. Maybe I should have come through from that side, because by the time it got through it would have been nice and straight. Now I'm probably going to have a bit of a mash at the front there. Oh well, what can you do? Starting to bind up, so I want to back off. Oh no, this is aluminium. It should cut nicely. There you go, it just freed up again. I'm tempted to put this on a drill. Hello, there it is. Well, that should be it. Nice. Let's see how this one come up. Yep, nice. Let's get that burr off there. Okay, what's my spacing here? That hole's been a little bit elongated already. Got to come across there. Cool. And so from the end of the the end of the valve to where it would butt up against the wall there, to the last hole is that far. If we go to there, you see that we're somewhere about here, but we've also got, there's a piece of plate in there that's welded against the wall which is thick as that, so we'd want to come across that much again. So if I put an elongated hole there, I will certainly cover and give me plenty of adjustability. never forget the boss I had who come to work with his finger taped up. I said, "What happened, mate?" He said, "Oh, I was drilling and I drilled right through the timber and into my finger." I think of him every time I do this sort of drilling, and it keeps me safe. There's nothing like a good horror story to keep you safe. Remembered I have chainsaw files. They're not quite big enough. The hole is still not quite big enough. I'm going to lean on the drill in an unapproved way. I can't believe the crap they were trying to pull on that poor customer. Just give him a new drill. Keep him happy and he'll buy Ryobi for life. Gee, I'm name dropping lots of brands today. Must be an attempt to try to not get pinged by the ad bot. Sometimes I wonder if I mumble too much and make it hard for the ad bot to understand what I'm actually saying. Because when I watch the closed captions on some of them, it completely misinterpreted me. Because I'm being censored by the ad bot. Well, that was fun. Pointless drilling. Do you fit yet? Do you fit? Just. Okay, we're in. Good sharp file will make short work of it. Okay, it's time to put this back in its box. Go on there like that. So now, come off of there. Gotta get back on. Okay. That. And drop down in there like that. Fingers out. Okay, looking good. Bring this forward as far as I can so that I can play with the bolts on the roller valve. Not a lot of room in there to work. And that falling off. Okay, good. So the position of this pipe here coming out of there is pressing against the wall, so I've got to straighten this whole thing up. Hopefully that'll do it. Okay, so let's see if I can line up and get this bolted in. There's my holes. Yeah, it's good. See what happens when you try to get things done in a hurry? Now there's a palm print on there because it's still tacky. Okay, took a lot of fiddling around, but there we go. We're there. Nearly cross-threaded it a couple of times too. But the valve is installed, and hopefully it's in the right place for this big nub to hit it when it does the bottle tip.